Now beshawo dear even African countries like our mobile. Now we compare ye dear. In fact, we have a long way to go, and Yamona was a moka one because minimum say moka yentie, mubaka say yaka yentie, and I have also understand why more into foreign than even the local league.
Yeah,
because I had to say no, we are in a competitive world. Yes. The idea here attractive be an obi adi actually. And ultimately say F for ne say yes football is business as omunyina anim, and it is hard times say omode and normal better to akwamu ye because obi o discuss a football season yimu a ye be wie chine obusa no ho say at the end of the day no, or the season dey na menya.
Yes,
in terms of even gate process, in terms of TV right, nothing to write home about.
Yeah, no
and a topic the discussion no one day or 2 days a long term discussion was ye na eboa yemram Kotoko no menu amaka say elegene de yenya na ejemu because especially yeba oboa say na mefa no say me na me spearhead yeba oboa say no matches be or you lose ya amwa.
Okay.
And now ye boy home obi oje leg bia no home matches no and will take advantage. Into to me lose certain matches home eventually no amwa ma wonti menje wo leg no.
Yeah.
And unti meka say e hoka credit yenya ene away matches bia ye draw ye lose ye. Nti obi obeka say wachina ebetimi bibi betimi asi no na ne omudi animu anya homework ye and na betimi amayanka football if it is fair as you are saying
nations iboho
yes
Go Stars
eboho yes because wo hwe omo epele na ginyina obi eboho obi a destination nsem minua no obi a home no e na ama leg na kodu say a last ye call you call baby any.
The last time they won an away game was way back December 2024. They lose or they draw away games. How can they win that game? They can't. They next as when they can.
He should be to my question. I can't do to go fit in us.
Enya dia ka ye Kotoko de na edus ha make makase second half of the league no. I cover 10 matches just enye fair ankasa.
Tama no chimi mu kakra ye fair say.
10 matches because obia person or that position be, and because of that no decisions be or e cost wa wo dwene ho a ubusa say why you call baby any for example go a share ye and that day or officiating on that day no you could easily say referees na your imagine say Kotoko can never score. Just we make any attempt to be either offside or infringement or VGTL. And yes, a nice goal to me there. Now a nice goal, so I said Debbie. Home team na shares I go now cover.
Yeah.
And until so money na bo home na there. Wa went to me answer no. Then there
wow,
and looking at the way Go Stars so I the calculations no. Me matete kura say yes o mo say trophy no yem famra o mu plan o mu coronation.
Wow.
There's no way a normal betima slip. Yes ye kwa away no. Vision yeti manka o betimi de yeti kwa aka form. Metima ka say yi be so mo no. At least Utimu says it to be so mo no. There has been improvement. We hear Kotoko game now. Normally players no who new faces be almost almost and no attitude. Inti normal koye kakra meka senka game way ya nso omo munti mention
yeah.
But ni nyina so ye football language no at certain point in time this time no yensem bebre yentiment na fidie so nya de enka I do baby a back door dey betimi aka better fidie so dey o ko can say ethics committee o
you from
na you busa why you are saying this and so see minia didn't say about say beji
amate menim say ye den before the MTN Africa final no me no be sen shia na ya rere no me adia but anyway ya commodity ne campaign on sena on sense na kwa
so far the make say you train Kotoko management campaign wise the make say so far your grounds are ye adwuma say na be ya supporters base no on beti asem na yensa akatume no because say ye ken me for the accounting
yes
me ye adwuma Anglo Good Health me accountant ho Yesuku ayako nyina yaye management and we have one simple definition of management Mary Parker ekaya was getting things done through other people. So I always have the belief say Kotoko supporters say yebe national chairman no o compare candidates ni nyina me hu say so far, I grew through them all.
Yes.
I started with Obuasi Circle 32 as vice chairman. We did one number every regional chairman. Regional chairman, I call first term, second term.
Wow.
And my several under administrations be brave. I started with Dr. Keke Sapon administration. BC Nanaya Namide Majuma Ebe and unti Nana Penkraba and so K5 time now me a part of the executive member national.
Okay.
Chairman Christopher Anami and the second vice. Inti mehu enoma ye like as supporters. And mehu enoma was ye betimi di aboa ye club no. Because they say me hwe Kotoko Africa yakɔ nyina ye inability to progress. Ye normal me no me classify as factors. One is financial and two quality of players.
Wow.
And financial no eat into we mu nyina and into our supporters no there na was here and myself believe so say Kotoko supporters was here any free one man world to say yes we was car on na betima ya Kotoko we never e was here nyina ye adwusi nyina ye contribute to the booty na ye nyina ya boa amana ye so far Nana ya okoye no metimaka so otumfo na afandi to no to this time and minimum kra na mentiti ya menya no say every month no okofo more than 6 million Ghana cedis to invest into Kotoko and yemusa say at the end of the month no yetiminya sika kakra to defray cost a car ya bwana. The question is no. And unti supporters no na was say as part of my vision no my say nyame buana mensaka me first one of them short term say all the regions no you better get around ya make sure say benya regionals no say omo be back to their feet benya regional chairman for all the region me no cause currently we only have 4 regional councils: Western region, Greater Accra, Bronhafo, and Ashanti region. The rest we will cry one circle pen and Mwa. Na Kotoko census no so ababa ya me second priority because me believe say yenye nipa 1 million on Fabu census na obi etua 5 cedis a month sika bebre betimi de ahwe Kotoko eno nti ya no so ya me first priority ya no so after making sure say regions ni na be sorry no ye be call all the regions ni ahwe Ashanti region dey be ameka say politically, we have about 3 million supporters.
Okay.
Or population, more than 3 million. Now, you have politicians, they are on budget. And Kotoko cannot even get 40,000 supporters each might be able to feel Babayara. Why? The question is why? Because I always say, Europe matches are Kura. You know what's no team no was no any only team no omo bobo they make sure say sa e ho na obi be fresh be ba kra omo ana ye park ne so ma dia na omo ya yenye bi minim say omo de yentimi nye bi yenye bie a ma park ye ma bebre ye pre-season and into as part of the census no say itimi ye adwuma nya 1 million supporters na you look at 40,000 supporters Ibetima to pre-season tickets. Though the stadium no nye but we can work around it. Say ebetumi supporters are 40,000. Ebe say okay, in a season you take it 5 cities, 20 cities the whole 30s, sometimes 32 matches, 34 matches, depending on the yes. Ni ache ya to supporters no. Enti wunya tonso we make sure say park match day no. Say we kra na won kwa betimi de ama abade. Enti de bia park beyema.
Wow, very good initiative.
And sadia no ya dia we can start with a pilot system there 20,000 say ye ni isuro say bia en work here e betima starting in kakanka especially VIP e betima start here nipa dodo VIP seats no e betima start then we roll over it gradually. We need to go beyond the year that day circles. As part of my vision, we will do reorganization and let the circle belong to communities. In fact, my tina regions and who your problems, my second come here and answer Yamibana yeah, rigorously, and we will need everybody's support. And Nuntina, me happy says and penny for Eddie, I dream by some mobile for boost sense of some nae. Now, if Bantama, for example, we will get a Bantama chairman. Who register for boost census now ote hane wagadugu krana who jidi so free bantuma you can allow yourself to bantuma circle and to be bia who bantuma me we adjuso me register there's a number for adjuso obi am belong to niya make sure say nkro within Baba Yara stadium ne de ye bobo at least say make us fie bia mu nipa ba ku free mu eba Baba Yara park be yema
no cre
enti mesre and the education I hear na was yes ye beboa na ye supporters because minia anya sa Africa na ye kono minim say Africa up ne de pe ye calculation na adwuma ye no ya je awie aka say ye be kona ya ye de do no
spiritual man be say 5 years
minia edu ba bia man proposes God disposes.
Sure.
And in football, no yena ye di achirache. And no maybe wo ha me kwa de bia me ka say me say spiritual people ne say obi kan during this election say we are spiritual man football and politics ne kwa say oba bontin bebre e be prejudice because in mathematics we have a word the probability who's uncertainty. Football, the entire nipa pe a football be brain is uncertain about the score line. You shouldn't know what is likely to happen. And it's all about one thing. And there's a lot of mafia that goes on. Politics in football. And maybe I call your spiritual work. But some mafia work no bet me supporters a bonfire and no man be brave or emblem. Because we are in physical work there, physical work in Bible. And it tells her, I didn't know ending. You will never know what is likely to happen. And you are more calm, or more. This is an advice. It's not an insult to anybody. Yeah, a little bit careful. Send your bear, Uncle Bamusa. People watching you will not say, one cannot correct, and now we didn't correct. And now one who now can. Then the auntie during the elections. We be say. At the end of the day, no, it turns out to be will be the answer.
But the German, Yamrani I but no Bakumi Nubia, me Pesebe, and on Kotoko. Is there in China Obabe incoming NCC chair? Come back with Dabon on Coach Abdulkarim Zito. Conforce a beya. Ijuma Kakrana Wababe and season and the man and twice was a coach.
It is true because as part of my interviews, we are my grantee after the matches. No, me so advocating for that because it seems that wabeshe ogum edumanumu quickly yenhu any fault of the anasi yenya gap bia. On say normal coach for bar. What to coach the kakra and sana are getting a rhythm right. But obeso muna said things has changed a normal echo yemano. And wakuchache some of us yema football mukra na and jumano the more you do it no and I perfect. In learning careful no the more we normal na after the thing do baby you can teach without even referring to a book because why are there not chanting? Why quoting bebre mu any experience no? And now about the way I was saying crano so no changing positions and others no boy. They say against team move from 1 goal, 2 goals. They say a team share 4, a team share 3 goals, and it means say he's doing well. It means me who say not yet is a technical director. Nano on person more than man. Me who say yenyan head coach, so that say your finances be permitted. I will go in for technical director or higher than him.
Okay.
I mean that is my belief because here Africa now economy we need to get a good bench, a good technical bench. And until says it to your head now, then what will be in terms of experience, in terms of coaching, we're a little bit ahead of Zito. And until Zito Kremuna quickly you will bow down to him.
Yeah.
Now the instruction be or the baby will be taken. A honor was that direction and I was a yako. Timid me who say young head coach. Na yen run even if locally crying that technical director near Beko amanone akope obi abehead na as technical director I'm for it na aboama enoma ede I know he can. And looking at the last Confederation Cup or the Dream score and he did well. If Kotoko can give that support, same support my father say the former administration and now management the man na I think say we can go places.
We are happy with signings. More season end there, but I think the Brekum Chelsea players and everything.
Yes.
You know, Baba trying the money a day. We are happy.
Me your team no say I say we don't need more signings, but few be.
Oh, okay.
Few be, and technically, and I say nyame nam did a team no a training. You know, me person me cohort too much, but me who say at least 2, 3, 4 be. The omunya the best is a certain position be more a beboa. Me mention positions no, but omuna or moduma omunimu say I had ye fall short. It shouldn't be like say they be a quack 11 players, 18 players. She say team na wo ho na nkasa to me quality no enye bad. Last recruitment omo ye me dey make us omo ya ade and until we just need few inclusion be. At least in a distance the best key areas.
Yeah.
Key areas. Nikwasi we na yaba because still we are lacking number 2. Number 2 position. You need typical number 2. If it is true that we want, yen ko baby I was yen 2 be an yen ko fan. Yen share the key areas na ye here no. Na emwa team no. So far names na TV brave but make us say Nina about your finances. You see, somewhere now, no, big clubs all over Africa or more a bad for fire and cry. Then to the intimate coffee. Nina, you see, to that angle there, we will look at it very well. Until Macassa so far, so good.
Ante, the cattle now, Yanko, yes, we are which is a very
Joe, that is all joining. Now, Joe Granting interview, we said I'm most supporters in the fan said. 4 years I was saying I'm a Kotoko no. Ono hwese obokra omonru 1 year. Na nim. No be kwa na nim. Supporters e bi e drag say em ti komo meeting contract wan kasa yi. E bi so e challenge mato e jama no. Supporters no ka the leadership no say na mo fa no.
In fact, me blame no be brave for ne kasa because when your opportunity interview all the players are a Ghana will be not journey for even local league near short term. Need the answer all bebo. Then ya me buana when your baby a bit $10,000, $20,000, $100,000. And unti meti ma fa ne say me reading the mind a one warrior there all journey. And unti the question is yenya supported ni kwase you castigating no. The question is, yen was he who said, now, if that boy is that good that you hear no with him no more, a quite best in a bit faster, a bit retaining no. Sir, yes, now, walk can overcome. Me, that is what Yamebuana me be. We need to retain players if we want to go to Africa. And until at what rate, until you will be in account, management account, target cost. I was say ye car ye bought for the month. Now supporters you make sure say you benye nipa bosomi bia e betime tua sa cost no.
Okay.
Players no akatua sen na was ye de ma won ma ebeboa.
Okay.
Yetime it's is it $100,000. You multiply by 25 na you say supporters now you be catch them say we need about this number of supporters to contribute this much so that every month we can pay them. If you do that, then we can retain them. We can hire a good coach. We can do this. And now no, they be make say yenye ya adwene say now no ye be yetim ni ye with supporters, not one man. You shouldn't go in and say, oh, Papa, we was car. Okay, well, about show 1, 2. The next third time on Sanka. And I saw general na supporter will to challenge Amaya. Yampa kwa ebefaso ebenye sika. And they're retaining your players. So that a year call Sembe Mukola Ekwe. Yesika some ya. Master, what offer now more than ma? Omo man be 100,000 is a bit him out of bonamo. Or you bet my mouth 2 tests of that offer into here because pay a project I asset no ye be here do I could say. Then we will retain him. Ya yes, I no mano, na de bia no to say ubia the high Kotoko and your baby I was say Odia was stepping stone. Because at the end of the day no, we are like Real Madrid Barca and Kayenya Metete Obi. And untina do baby our supporters are angry say management tone players are. But who bofu they na deba. So now ye beba I was seeing your supporters are ye tue dues at the support. And your supporters are said you ye beka sa me for bu census at least me nya hwekwa bosom be etim 100 cities since I started here. We share me data so a we at 100 cities consistently.
Wow.
Yatimi anti won so send yetel. Yetimi yes ah ebeboa ama ye nyina ye tue 50 we tue we aka team no sika asem ni problem. Intimia that interview there the mechanism my castigating no the okaye no because of the mindset of Ghanaian players nunti no cancer. So it is the audience lies on us say ye bebo ama normal ye amano
Mate chairman you already chat on afie ja
yeah me did chat on say one madam was say mama me this opportunity na me say your supporters ne say national election na ebe no yen wide yen pe leadership a sabio yen nyina ye beka ho abom na ya boa yetim asante Kotoko no na yen jam management no so national no ne take strategic decisions for the supporters and until you need a chairman a wonimo dwuma na was yosuamu ye kakra in terms of education so higher level headed kakra. So far, I mean, I'm a master's.
Wow.
MBA in accounting and finance.
Wow.
And Nunti said, ye bane ye babe boa, na ya mobilize supporters na, ye denya ye beti me aboa, I share ideas. Na ya say supporters. Bibian, we need to educate the supporters no. No more the need ya, what's our moboa, na support team. Nunti on the day, meaning say, after your last match, ye FA Cup na paying for the akonya no bebu or the modalities a bit me that to aba no let's say time no dra you should consider chairman Benjamin Obinseche no other person na ye meboa na ye ncheni obi be ka so ba region no ye bi but we ye national na and our decisions no dodo na no utime ye ma implementation ye adwuma region there wo advice kwa na say ye pa na ye fa ye penso ayenye de
sure dear Kobe
we are at least a do baby as or share kakra you will be obliged to implement whatever good decision we will judge and we will take the best decision. Madam CP.
I'll tell no your command and chairman Benjamin or Benseche and so also. Not my shoes also.
Chairman should they all kind of say or best and this circles no. And yes one can first time Michelle or Tibibu. Satan Cranoye regional chairman but or go beyond on the boundary. Yes, obey my revival the circles and never activity. Until the all can you tell it no Benjamin no
no. Chairman Benjamin or Benseche. The Dino Crary Nishiasana BOS. Now is a boss. Ojana na so ye jumapa.
Abbreviation.
Can I add it again? because a chairman they be honest the cake I ni me ni do bit my
of course
also ni do bit my
oh yes
yeah
why you do our experience and oh yeah and was seba nti mistakes be obey original you yeah no wo say me ko ni say na beboa and what tena chiri no so asabe tena chiri asen ahwe like John Dramani Muhammad JBA.
Me no.
So Bob betim the normal guna akwa mka.
Komo die me depa ye circles no kwen abefa so be kom. When me say die man igu ni yes ade no.
Yeah.
Abo say obi oba ntama akra yezo odwaneba stadium ebe ye na de wo. But at least say obi oda oma no oba ntama ha. Obi oda oma no wa bepo obi do oma no wa anything bia no say o kom aboma ombre. And a chairman so pen and Yamano the managers on get closer to supporters. No more than
oh, na sound set Tamana circles very effective. To players are moment. Because Bantuma footing case, yeah, the case here. Moma from Tuba Kona Banabuan, and of course, serves motivation. Adma Timono.
About the chairman, why you need a Tawichi, your bomb, Pem's only a vote in the air. Why you? My student, I mean, names there. I don't know, so don't say I have no for any beyond them is ordinary. Wanda Kotoko ni kuno.
Also,
Kotoko ni kuna minizo for sense of
register for sense of mafa operations manager or be manager and until say right from ombe lunch na will be a person register be it may register more people and you can take advantage of the process.
Mate, chairman, yera se pere the map weekend will be a hu ye na